Hello, and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Butterrflyy. We're here on Minecraft as it is Minecraft Monday. And right off the bat, project for the day, as I mentioned last week's Minecraft Monday, we're actually going to be going ahead and starting the wall. Now, what I did start is the entrance here. I was trying to do a little bit of a gate-like entrance, but the redstone just wasn't working in my favor. So what I went ahead and did is actually did a flush wall here. Not sure why it's not working. Alright, there we go. There you go. This is the entrance now. I need to spruce up some of these things, tidy it up, but this is what the entrance is going to be looking like. Of course, what I plan on doing now is I'm going to actually destroy all the buildings here. We're going to reconstruct the path, start a new path here. And as well, what the new intention is for the houses is we're going to actually make this like a little mushroom village. Kind of like a little Smurf thing kind of going on. We're going to go ahead. I actually collected some from over there, and I'll show you actually what I saw while doing so. But we went ahead, collected some mushrooms. I have them in the chest over there. We're gonna go ahead and plant some of these mushrooms to make some mushroom houses for all these villagers. I think it'd look pretty nice and kind of add a little bit more pop, because as you can see, what I plan on doing is recycling all the stuff from these houses for the path here, because I kind of wanted to keep some of the old village color palette in here, and I thought, what better way to do that than by recycling some of the old stuff and just keeping that traditional color from the old village in here. Now, of course, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys real quick what I actually saw while over there, and I'll let you know when I'm there. Alright, so I've made it over here, and I'm sure you already saw it there, but you also probably already figured it out considering I said mushrooms. We actually have a woodland mansion all the way over there. Now, I haven't gone and explored it. I just noticed it while I was grabbing a mushroom from right here. But yeah, we have a woodland mansion right off the bat. And it's actually not that far from the house. It's just right over the hill. Right over there is where the house and everything's going to be. The village and everything. So it's really not that far, and it's kind of cool to know that we have that close. But I know that this is about building the wall. However, there is a lot of other things. Well, not too many. There's about 2 other things that I had seen while doing some off-camera work, trying to collect some resources so we can actually get started on this wall. And yeah, I'll cut to whenever I'm to the next thing. Alright, so here's actually the second part of the 3 things that I'm going to show you guys. We actually have this entire huge cave, and I'm actually going to cut to a clip of whenever I first saw this cave. This place is massive. We actually have a whole lava pool here, but right now I'm going to go ahead cut to a clip of whenever I first explored this, and I'll go ahead and continue after that clip. Really crazy looking. This place looks absolutely insane. Really cool. Got a whole lava pool here. And while I was actually trying to look for some slime, because of course you need some sticky pistons for the door, and I don't think I mentioned it, but I'm going to go ahead and drop in the description below the tutorial I found for that door, so you guys could go ahead and check that out and make the door as well if you'd like. But I was actually exploring this little cave, perfectly just placed a large slime just right over here, and it was just perfect. Everything fell right into place. Found everything we needed for the door, and like I said, it's not the door I wanted. However, it's the door we got, and it's actually not half bad. Another thing here you probably noticed before we dropped down in here, Gonna go ahead and head back over here to it. We actually have this geode here. Now, I don't really know what these things are useful for. I know that they look cool, they sound cool whenever you walk on them. And I guess I kind of have a farm going because this was entirely covered by whatever this block is. And so now I actually have some growing on the outside here. And I don't entirely know how this whole system works, but I mean, I went ahead and made a little spyglass here. So we have that already. And aside from that, I don't really know what this stuff's useful for. But I guess if we wanted to make something cool with these purple blocks in the long run, then I guess we have those. Now, aside from that, another strange thing about this area, from how massive it is we do have a wandering trader somewhere in here. Yeah, see, you can see we have the llamas roaming around. There's one down there, one there. And so I don't really know where the guy's at. However, yeah, we have a wandering trader in here. It's kind of strange, but I guess if he likes chilling in this massive cave, then so be it. But now, with the wall, this is actually going to be the material we use for it. All this cobblestone deep slate, much like the roof of our house. And I don't think I have enough for the wall. Definitely don't. I only have a couple stacks in the one chest in the house. So we're actually going to probably make this a 2-episode part for this whole wall construction. I'm not going to get completed with. Now we're going to go ahead, head to the third thing actually of the 3 things that I saw, and I'll cut to whenever I'm actually over there. If you can actually see, we have a little bit of a portal going on over there. Now I haven't gone over there, so I'm going to actually go ahead and check it out now. We'll see what's in a chest if there is one. And I actually haven't looked at it with my spyglass yet until now, so I didn't know that it was actually only so constructed. It actually doesn't look like it has that much to it. But we'll go ahead and see for sure what we're working with. And we actually could potentially have a whole nother portal already. Alright, so it looks like we do have a chest. Ooh, look at that. We actually have a golden sword and a golden apple. This is the first golden apple of the series, so that's exciting. We actually have... yeah, we definitely have enough for a portal. It's just we do not have enough diamonds yet to get a diamond pickaxe and make the portal. Sadly to say, as much off-camera work that I've been doing, I haven't come across any other diamonds except for the one that we already have. So diamonds are really tricky to find so far. We're actually a little scarce on our iron. We have little to no iron anymore with all this tool making that I've had to do, getting all this cobbled deep slate, so that's a little rough. And then as well as coal, it's a good thing that we found the lava pool because coal's actually really scarce. I actually took an entire stack of acacia wood and made charcoal. Yeah, it's getting really tricky. I mean, actually we have some coal here, so probably come back and collect that at some point. But with all that stuff aside, I showed you the woodland mansion I saw, showed you the geode and the large cave where we're going to go ahead and get all of our cobbled deep slate for the wall. And we actually have another portal that I went ahead and showed you. So all that's out of the way, said and done. Now we're going to go ahead and begin our construction of the wall. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and finish up the stairs here as well as the path a little bit. And I'm honestly not too sure how I feel about what I got going on right here, because what I wanted to be able to do is actually keep this little pattern I have going on. But of course you can't really do that as you're going up, because then you can see the gap of the stairs while it's against the other stairs. So it just looked a little wonky, but I think it doesn't look terrible for the path going on here. And yeah, I think it looks okay, but I definitely might change it up at some point. But I just wanted to have some kind of fancy pattern, since of course we will probably do a little bit more excavating over here. We're probably going to flatten this out a little bit more, but considering we're just going to have a couple buildings over in this direction, I wanted the wall here to look at least somewhat nice whenever you're looking at it. I didn't want it to just be a couple of pillars and whatnot, so I don't know. We might change it, we might not. as of right now, it actually doesn't look terrible. And like I said, I wanted to be able to recycle some of the stuff from all the houses. That way everything didn't go to waste too much. All right, so we went ahead, took out this house here, and it's actually kind of going to be quite a struggle doing all this rearranging and breaking all this stuff out and whatnot, but it's not going to be too bad considering this whole fountain here actually is going to be gone. So the whole path lining up as well isn't going to be a big deal, because we're actually going to go ahead, take that fountain out. And I don't think I've mentioned it yet, but what we're going to plan on doing is upgrading the house to a new house, and it's actually going to be just a large tree. And so it's going to kind of be a tree house in a way, but I'm going to go ahead and make the tree all myself. And so we're going to have a big tree that'll be able to overlook everything in the village, all the mushroom houses. We're going to maybe make it so big that it can overlook the wall, but I'm not too sure yet. I'm going to go ahead, sleep, and then I think we're actually going to start the wall though. Alright, so like I had mentioned, what we're going to go ahead and do is do about 12 blocks across, and that's including the door here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh, might have messed up. Alright, so maybe we'll do 14 across, I guess. Messed up with my counting earlier. But I wanted to be able to make sure I have it kind of even on this side with this whole little balcony-like area I got going on. So I think it should work now. We're actually going to go ahead and do 14 of these, which I guess is not too bad because we have like an infinite supply of this, as long as I can take the time to mine it all. And like I said, we're really scarce on iron. Like, I only have maybe 10 pieces of iron ingot. So it really does suck, but I guess we might have to resolute to using cobblestone. Did not come prepared for the wall building, but 14 of these doesn't look too bad. But of course, I need to go ahead and see what this looks like beside it. And then as well as all of this, I'm not gonna like tear down the mountain or anything just to keep it even. I'm actually gonna form it with the mountain. So I'm gonna keep just a certain number of how many blocks I go up, and then it doesn't matter if I start heading downhill or uphill. It's all gonna be the same number of blocks on the way up and the same number of blocks in between each column. I'm gonna go ahead, grab more blocks, and we're gonna get to seeing how these two things look together. All right, I went ahead, grabbed some more blocks, and I think since this already looks fairly high now, I might just double it and make it 8 blocks high. We're gonna go ahead, just see how it looks. Now, I might just make it hollow actually. I don't want to make it all solid. That way I can actually save on some resources. And then we'll just torch it up on the inside, or maybe I'll make use of the middle of the wall in some way. I actually think these 2 blocks look really nice together. Maybe I'll add more than just 1. Maybe I'll do 2. Or maybe what we could do, since I mentioned that I plan on doing the lava idea, maybe the stone brick areas could actually be the lava area. We don't have to separate it too much. So maybe I could just go ahead and have 3, and then what we'll go ahead and do is just take out the center point here, and then I'll just maybe grab some blocks that I don't care about, and then we'll go ahead and do a little bit of this, and then I'll go ahead and put lava behind that. Yeah, I think that would actually look fairly nice. Now, of course, I will add like some stairs here, and then the bits at the top kind of make it look like a castle. That way it's not just one flat wall or anything. I think that's what I'll go ahead and do actually. We're going to go ahead, make this probably 8 blocks high. That way it's fairly high, but it's not too high. I gotta stop doing this. I keep just falling all the way down below. Hurting myself. I'm almost killing myself here. I wasn't too sure initially how I'd feel about these 2 blocks going together, but it doesn't look too bad. And then like I did say, we are gonna have like blocks throughout this and whatnot, so it's not gonna be just a flat wall. So this whole night thing coming around too fast really catching me off guard earlier whenever I was trying to work on making the other door that I initially wanted. The redstone didn't really work out in my favor for one, and then it also didn't work out because we actually, oh shoot, we actually ended up having, oh my gosh, am I gonna die to a witch? All right, anyway, there was a creeper that came and got into the hole. Oh gosh, come on. Oh no, oh my gosh. Speaking of creeper, this is so bad. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened. It better not have blown up any of my stuff. Looks like I still have everything, so that's a plus because, like I was trying to say, there was a creeper that went into the hole of the wall that, or the door that I was trying to make, so it got down in the redstone and all that. And I went ahead, I shot it with a bow, because we do have a bow, but it actually got it from a skeleton, and I went ahead, tried to shoot the creeper, but I only had 2 arrows. And then so I went ahead, tried to get a little close to it, but I wasn't that close, so I could smack it with my sword. And of course, just getting maybe like 5 blocks away, it decided that it wanted to blow up, and it actually blew up the repeaters that I had. So it kind of sucked, but I mean, what can you do? I just went ahead and made new repeaters for this wall, or this door, so wasn't that big of a deal, but I can't believe that actually just happened though. Just get hit by a witch, wasn't sure if I was going to die to the poison or not, and then a creeper just creeps on up on me and blows me up. Oh, that's so unfair. Went ahead and made some glass panes so we actually can try out one of these walls, see how it looks. Alright, so I guess we actually kind of have the top going on here. I'm not entirely sure. I think we'll add slabs there in between those. And then we'll add maybe stairs just the whole way across. Alright, so I was doing this and realized that this side was a little messed up, and it's because we have the ground a little elevated there. So what I think I might actually do, because I want to keep the entrance at least even, is I'm going to go ahead and destroy some of this ground here. That way we can keep this whole entire, at least gate area, nice and even and symmetrical. Just for the rest of the wall, we're going to go ahead and form it to the ground, but as for the gate, we're going to go ahead and make it nice and even and symmetrical. That way it's not an eyesore, at least. Alright, so I actually went ahead and added 2 on the center because I really was having a tough time figuring out how I wanted to separate these blocks up here to make it look kind of castle-ish. And so that's what I ended up coming up with. I'm going to have 2 right there in the center to line up with the door. And aside from that, I think it looks pretty solid. I think it looks really nice. We're just going to go ahead and have to grab a lot of lava. That way we can add it in between all these columns. I don't have the inside completed yet to see what it might look from the inside, but of course I can see it from this side, and that's enough for me. Still have to figure out what I might do with the top, but I think I might still add the half slabs in between there in each block, and then I'll go ahead and have stairs along the bottom here, or I might have the slabs come out onto the stairs and then just have them in each gap. Not too sure how I want to do that yet, but as for the wall face, it's not bad. I actually like it. Looks really nice. I like the lava coming down through. It does kind of bother me that the lever's hanging out there, but I mean, what can you do? We can't really add a button because it would kind of mess up the redstone. Yeah, I really like this. It won't be too bad of a door face to see coming up here. Then of course this house is going to come out, so we'll have a nice clean entryway. I don't have the top piece on this side yet, but yeah, as for the entrance, I really like this. It's not too bad. Alright, so the wall is established, but what I think I might actually do is, since I did say that I'm going to make the walls so big, what I think I might actually do is terraform the mountain here a little bit, because what I'm actually going to go ahead and do is keep the top level here even, and then it'll just form with the ground as it goes down here. So I'm going to keep this all the same height all the way around. I'm I'm not too sure how this will actually work over there on the mountain, but we might just actually cut that mountain out and just make the wall a little bit smaller, maybe confine the village a little bit more. We've got the entrance at least started here. We've got it figured out what we're gonna do. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and probably cut this up into maybe 2 episodes, maybe 3 episodes, not too sure. We'll probably split it up a little bit, maybe do a couple projects in the next episode. But as for the wall, as of right now, this is probably it for this episode, I think. I might work on a little bit off camera, but I'm definitely going to be getting a lot more resources for this wall because, I mean, I had about 5 stacks in my inventory, and just the entrance alone is quite a bit of resources. This is going to be a really costly wall. I mean, I really like it. It's coming along quite nicely. I'm going to go ahead and actually figure out what I want to do with like the edge pieces, because I want to kind of keep the village safe as much as possible so we're not having spiders in here, because I'm going to have it all nicely lit up. And yeah, I think, like I'd mentioned, this is probably it for this episode. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'm going to go ahead and work on this a lot off camera. Maybe not too much, because I do want to keep most of it here for you guys, like I said. And honestly, if the energy wasn't really there today, my apologies. Kind of feeling a little bit under the weather, so regardless, hopefully you guys did enjoy. And as always, spread love, radiate positivity, and try to smile. See ya.